Well, good morning to one and all. My name is T. Naresh. Here, the subject is power electronics in renewable energy sources. The topic is the locally manufactured small wind turbines and empowering the communities for the sustainable rural electrification. The content of this is about wind turbines manufacturing, how it impact over the society, sustainable development, empowering the communities of the sustainable development, the conclusion and the reference. Let's move on to the wind turbines manufacturing. At first, the low-cost renewable energy technologies can make the small-scale electricity production more accessible to rural communities. The local manufacturing of such technologies can significantly reduce the initial cost, the use of the locally available materials, tools, and manufacturing techniques, and at the same time, it can reduce the maintenance cost by providing the appropriate training to the user community. Open designs which can adapted to local needs and supported by a global technology network have provided successful examples of an appropriate technology applications for the past 40 years, such as the small and pico hydroelectric rural electrification system in Nepal and renewable energy training centers in Mali. The wind power is cost effective. Land-based basic utility scale wind is one of the lowest priced energy sources available today, costing 1 to 2 cents per kilowatt hour after the production tax credit because the electricity from the wind farms is sold at a fixed price over a long period of time, example the 20 plus years, and its fuel is free. Wind energy mitigates the price uncertainty that fuel cost add to traditional source of energy. Wind creates jobs. The US wind sector employs more than 1 lakh workers, and wind turbine technicians is one of the fastest growing American jobs. According to the Wind Vision report, wind has the potential to support more than 6 lakh jobs in manufacturing, installation, maintenance, and supporting service by 2050. Wind enables US industry growth and US competitiveness. New wind projects account for annual investment of over $10 billion in the US company. The United States has a vast domestic resources and a highly skilled workforce and can compete globally in the clean energy economy. It's a clean fuel source. Wind energy doesn't pollute the air like power plants that rely on combustion of fuel, fuels such as coal or natural gas, which emit particulate matter, nitrogen oxide, and sulfur dioxide, causing human health problems and economic damages. Wind turbines don't produce atmospheric emissions that cause acid rain, smog, or else the greenhouse gases. Wind is a domestic source of energy. The nation's wind supply is abundant and inexhaustible. Over the past 10 years, US wind power capacity has grown 15% per year, and wind is now the largest source of renewable power in the United States. It's sustainable. Wind is actually a form of solar energy. Winds are caused by the heating of the atmosphere by the sun, rotation of the earth's surface irregularities. For as long as the sun shines and the wind blows, the energy produced can be harnessed to send power across the grid. Wind turbines can be built on existing farms or ranches. Challenges of challenges which talk about the challenges of the wind power. Here, the wind power must still compete with the conventional generation sources on the cost basis. Good land-based wind sites are often located in remote locations, far from cities, where the electricity is needed. Wind resource development might not be the most profitable use of the land. The turbines might cause noise and aesthetic pollution. Wind plants can impact local wildlife. sizes and the application. The based on the category of the size of the wind turbine, it was being categorized as three, and those are of the smaller one, the intermediate one, and the large one. The smaller one is which is less than or equals to 10 kilowatt. Homes, farms, remote applications uses for the purpose of these three, and these smaller ones were being used. And another one is the intermediate, where 10 to 250 kilowatt. Here, the village power hybrid systems distributed power. And the other one is the large, which is in between 660 kilowatt to 2 plus megawatt. Central station wind farms, distributed power, community wind were the actually being used. The wind turbines, large turbines, able to deliver electricity at lower cost than the small turbines because foundation cost, planning cost, etc. are the independent of the size, well suited for offshore wind plants. In areas where it is difficult to find sites, one large turbine on a tall tower uses the wind extremely efficiently. At last, the conclusion is about the open source technologies are developed by communities of designers and users, the distinction between the two often being non-existent. All meteorological and electrical data such as currents and voltages are measured and logged to provide single minute averages which can then be grouped according to different wind speeds using the method of the bins. And based on the categorization of the wind turbines, we have been discussed how many are these of, and these we well known about them. And based on the categorization of the production value of the output current, these were being categorized, and we will learn about the challenges of the wind power which is present in it, and we are known what are the pros and cons of the wind power upon the sustainable development, which is nothing but the wind power is cost effective, wind creates the jobs, and it has the best potential rather than others. Wind enables US industry growth and competitiveness. It's a clean fuel source, and and it is a domestic source of energy, and it is a sustainable. Wind turbines can be built on existing farms or ranches, and we will learn about the challenges, and these were of the wind power must still compete with the conventional generation sources on a cost basis. Turbines might cause noise and aesthetic pollution. Wind plants can impact local wildlife, and those were off. And the reference is from the practical action where we work, and the and this was the link for the available resource mission statement. And the wind power magazine is one of the resource which we worked for the interference, and few other links were being provided. Thank you.